Hatchet group. We are getting towards the end of the book with chapters 16 through 18 and the epilogue, which is like the part after the end of the book. This part, vocabulary, has to do with drawing a line that matches one of the words over here. What I'm going to have you do instead of drawing a line, I'm going to have you put little lines next to each of these, and then you can write the letter on it. It'd be a lot easier for us to read instead of trying to figure out where your pen mark went. So I'm just turning my paper sideways, whoops, and putting little lines here. I kind of feel like Mrs. Dodge trying to use this as I talk, right? Like she uses her document camera. Alright, so it says at the top, the English language has many words to express different degrees of a single idea. For example, something that is torn may just have one rip, while something that is tattered will be ripped in many places. So torn and tattered are talking about something being ripped, but it just talks about the difference with just one rip or a lot of rips. So you're finding a word on this side. You're finding a word on this side that talks about the same type of word or same type of idea, but in a greater degree. All right? Notice how it says that here, like in a bigger way. Okay? So, let's see here. So something, when you are hungry, here's the choices: rage, bellow, starved, battered, slam, panic, wrench. So if you were hungry, you could be worse than that, more hungry, you could be starved. So number 2, I'm going to give you this one, is C. Alright, I'm going to cross C out, I already used it. So you're looking at the words over here and you're trying to find a word that relates to it and expresses it in a greater degree. Okay. I'm going to ask you to not do this section because I'd rather you spend more time reading and wrapping up the end of this book. It says here, read to find out how Brian boarded the sunken plane. So questions, what 2 things made Brian realize that nature could be unpredictable? So don't forget it says 2 here. Okay. Number 2, why was Brian overjoyed to see the tail of the plane sticking out of the water after the tornado? Number 3, what problems did Brian have to overcome to retrieve the contents of the plane? So again, when you type in your Word document, you're just going to label it Hatchet, chapter 16 through 18. On the back, sorry, this didn't copy very good, you have 2 more questions. Number 4 says, what were the most significant items in the survival kit? Why did Brian have mixed feelings about them? So most significant would be like most important to be able to use. Like what is the most important thing that's in that survival kit that would help him? And mixed feelings, meaning like, did he feel good about them? Did he feel bad about them? Having them now. Alright. And number 5, how did the pilot discover Brian? Okay. So again, this is not something I have to do here. You're just going to type or answer those 5 questions for chapters 16 through 18 and the end of the book. I didn't bring it home with me, but I do have like a whole book test. We'll see how long it takes us to get through this and see if we're back in school by then. I'll let you know. It is multiple choice. It's pretty simple. I know that like this survival kit thing I think has a couple questions on the test. So again, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments on Edmodo. I'd be happy to chat with you even more. And let me know if you need anything. Alright, thanks.